Hi there, Dead Ideal Boy here, back with another video on the channel. Once again, having to be quiet because of the baby. But we are going to look at a race from Daily Race C this week. It's a race that was being streamed by, I think, 3 or 4 other streamers on either YouTube and Twitch at the time. Not by myself. I was just merely racing. But there's quite a dramatic incident that we need to have a look at as well in it. And there's also an incident involving myself, which I'm not particularly proud of, but I think it was important that we don't just ignore it, and I think it's important for me to discuss it, highlight it, and see what you all think. I'm not perfect, that's certainly not the case, but anyway, hopefully you'll enjoy the video. If you do, then think about hitting that like button, think about hitting that subscribe button as well, and yeah, hopefully you enjoy more videos and content on the channel. But without further ado, let's get into the action. So here we are, it's Daily Race C as we said, and you can see the standard of this lobby. It is a tough lobby. It's basically an A+ lobby, and we've got Key directly in front of us. He was streaming this on YouTube at the time. We've got GT Leah in pole, who was streaming it on Twitch at the time, and we've got Zavizic directly behind us, who was also streaming it on YouTube at the time. Rory was in this race briefly at the beginning, but he dropped out. Must have been a connection issue, I imagine. So anyway, we've got at least 3 people streaming this race to a lot of viewers, so I'm under pressure. I feel under pressure right away, and I was really tentative not to bin it round these early sectors. The first 3, 4, 5 corners here through this section here are really difficult when you've got cold tyres. Well, they're difficult for me, and I really didn't want to push it too hard. So you can see the 2 cars in front of us, GT Leah and Key, they've gapped me already, and I've got Zavizic right on my tail, you can see in the radar there. So I make a decision early on here that I'm going to let Zavizic go, because I feel like if I'm going to try and defend him, I'm going to lose a lot of time in the race overall. So we let Zavizic past. Now you can say that that's giving up, or you can look at it as smart racing. I want to think that it's smart racing. He's clearly a faster driver. He's one of the top drivers in the world. He was also doing a little bit of curb riding, I did see, but anyway, that's a debate for another day. So you know, that's one of these things. I'm not going to try and race against somebody like Zavizic so early on, and I'll let him go. I'll try and use him to mix it up at the front, and maybe we can benefit from that. You can see there Key 25 making a good move on Leah. She just drifted a little bit wide. She then puts up a fight against Zavizic, far more of a fight than I put up, all credit to her, and it's going to be a battle that just can't be won, unfortunately, as Zavizic makes the move, and now he's got Key in his sights. We try and look for a little gap there up the inside, but we back out as Leah gets the run on us. We don't want to make, cause any major incidents this early on, and you can see I'm already under pressure from the car behind. So I really wanted to, just keep with the early leaders, try and stay in their slipstream, keep up with their pace, use that to my advantage. But you've got to take into account the fact that we've got a really quick driver behind us, and this is a really quick lobby. Shout out to the guy behind us for that livery, though. That is absolutely stunning, as well as the livery on my car, which was made for me by one of my subscribers, DJ Williams. So big shout out to him. Stunning work, absolutely love it. So yeah, but back to the race. We've got Leah now. She's got really good pace. She was in pole for a reason, and I'm just going to try and live with her pace at the moment and see if we can catch back up somehow to two of the fastest drivers in the world, in the form of Key and Zavizic, and whilst trying not to lose a position to the car behind. Something I need to work on, I need to get better at, and that is defending and attacking at the same time, because when I tend to think about attacking the car in front, I leave myself so exposed at times, and very often end up losing a position rather than gaining a position. So yeah, again, something else I need to work on going forward. you can see here we've managed to kind of stay with Leah. We're still well in the slipstream, but I know for a fact I was working hard to remain this close at this point. So, you know, we're still in the race as far as I'm concerned, because the race is now between this, you know, Zavizic and Key are gone. Unless one of them makes a huge error, this is going to be the fight here for the last remaining podium position. I don't get a very good run out of that corner there, as you can see, as Leah then opens up a little bit of a gap. We've got the Frenchman now behind us, making up ground. You can see how close he's getting if you check the radar in the bottom right hand corner. So this is one of those examples I was talking about where, you know, from going from thinking about attacking the driver in front, I'm now thinking about the defensive side of things here. So we're going to have to try and make sure we get a good run out of the final corner into the home straight and see if we can hold on to the position. We're still in the slipstream, but it's getting a little bit further away from us, and you can see how close now we are to, well, the Frenchman is to me, and he's going to make the move up the inside, and we're just going to come in first. We're going to give him the space though. He's going to get the run on us, so that was just something I could have defended a lot better than that, to be honest with you. He kind of just caught me sleeping a little bit early on the straight there, and you can see how close I pick up him going through the sweeping S's, and I mean, it's not the place to try and make a manoeuvre, but I'm thinking about now, you know, just trying to catch back up and get in the slipstream, maybe make a move down into one of the hairpins, so he gets a little bit on the curb there, and a little bit well, you can slide on these curbs quite easily if you don't hook them up perfectly. You can see how close we get there to the bumper of the Frenchman there, but we managed to avoid contact. Avoiding contact is absolutely crucial at the moment because of some of the penalties that have been getting dished out, but we successfully avoid contact there. And if we skip forward now to lap 4, you can see there the Frenchman's pace takes him up past Leah, so we're now down into 5th position, so not great. We've started 4th, we're now dropped back into 5th, and we've got a fairly big gap in front of us, which isn't great, but things are about to get a little bit, you know, they're a little bit spicy, let's just say that, because you're going to come round this corner here. You can see up ahead as we come round the corner, we're going to get a yellow flag coming out round about now. There it goes. And up ahead you can see some smoke, and there's somebody in the wall, and we're going to come round the corner here, and it's Key who was in the wall. So we've had a big moment, and Key's not going to lose it and go into a wall on his own accord. He's not like me. He's a bit of an alien, so they don't tend just to miss breaking points by that much and end up in a wall. So we'll look back at that incident though at the end of this race and see exactly what happened, but for the moment we're now in the slipstream of Key, and that's good. That has mixed things up, and that's going to cause a bit of chaos, and that's what we really needed, because we were drifting back into the pack. Well, we were kind of in a bit of no man's land in 5th position. We were well ahead of P6, but we were losing ground to the cars in front. So this is going to change things, because we know Key's now got the pace to start catching back up. So it's crucial now that I use his slipstream to maximum effect and just try and stay with him. And you can see we were finding our feet as the race went on, and I was managing to stay with Key, and we caught back up to GT Leah, and now all of a sudden the podium positions aren't out of reach. So coming round the left-hander here, really tricky section here, Leah just gets a little bit wide and ends up on the grass, and fair play to her there, because she could have rejoined and caused me an issue, but she didn't. She stayed off to the right hand side, let me past, and I was very, very grateful to her for that, because a lot of people, when they go off the grass like that, they just come flying back on, try and pick up the racing line as soon as they can without really giving much of a thought to the cars that are quickly coming up behind. But if we skip forward now to the last lap, because we then caught back up with the Frenchman, and we had a fight on now for P3, and a podium would have been an absolutely great result for me, given the fact that we you know, didn't have great pace. We were getting watched by a lot of people on different streams, so I felt that I didn't want to embarrass myself, and so far we've not spun out, we've not picked up any penalties. You can actually see there by lap 7 we'd actually set our fastest lap time of the race. We managed to get ourselves into the 2:17, so as the race was going on I was starting to find my feet a little bit, and this was actually one of the first races I did on this track this week, so I kind of threw myself into the deep end. I've talked about that before, about dealing with pressure, and I thought, yeah, let's get racing a bit more often, even if it is on streams for other people. So we've come across the line, we finished P4, happy with that to be honest with you, not bad race pace in the end. The 3 drivers in front of us, yeah, they were all much quicker than me, so no complaints there, and yeah, happy with that. But let's have a look at that incident between Key and Zavicic. You can see Zavicic pulled out and Key just didn't know Zavicic was there. That's the honest situation there, and Zavicic picks up a 4-second penalty. Thankfully it didn't cost Zavicic the win. He went on to take the victory quite comfortably. Now we're going to look at the incident here between me and the Frenchman. Now this is the incident I was referring to, and I really disappointed myself there. That corner, it's a tight corner on the first lap. Now he gave me the slightest of nudges, and I was just, it just really annoyed me, because you can see here I turn in, I've given him so much space, and it's just one of those little touches, it's just enough to send me wide, and I lost so much grip. I actually had to work really hard not to put the car into the wall and try and save it, and I saw red, and when I seen him going off onto the grass here, I thought, this is my chance. He's going to have dirty tyres, he won't be able to stop, so I'm just going to send it up the inside. But I misjudged it, and I kind of returned the favour onto him, but with a little bit more force, and I deservedly picked up a 3-second penalty. So I just wanted to put that out there immediately, because, you know, I'm human and it was a bad decision, and I apologise to the Frenchman if he's watching. You can see here it really doesn't look good from my perspective when you look at it from his race, but anyway, hopefully nobody holds that against me. I do apologise, and if you like the video, like the video, and if you want to subscribe, then that would be all the better, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.